Hello again, ladies, and we are now on card number 3 for our Christmas holiday extravaganza. And you might be able to hear a little tinkle of the chimes. It's a very windy day today on this Monday, and definitely winterish. So our third card today, I'm going to call it Natural Decorations, and it's this card right here. Now, you might recognize this die set. This was a returning from last year, and it was called the Christmas Gleaming, and I'll show that to you in a minute. But it's just kind of a soft card, kind of a more of a natural look. And on the inside, I did a little coloring in here. I cut these out and just pasted them. So that's the card, and these are the products. So let me just set that down there and kind of keep that there. What you're going to do is you're going to take your black background. You're going to put your crumb cake on top of that. And if you'll notice, I've used my all-time favorite embossing folder again. You can't really see too much of the texture here, but it's the Subtle Dynamic Textured Impressions embossing folder. It's that really thick one that I seem to grab all the time, that has that like kind of a weaving, or I don't know what you call that kind of texture, but definitely my all-time favorite. So I use that on the crumb cake. Then I used the cherry cobbler on top of this. Now, one thing I don't have out here is that these three elements here, the black, the cherry cobbler, and the crumb cake, were all die cut using the stitched dies that I have. I have a circle set. I have the rectangular set, which these two are. I have square, whatever shapes they come out with in the die sets with the stitched. I like the extra little finish look on it. So you're going to have your black, and this is where you get to be creative. Now I kind of offset, let me kind of get this set up. I kind of offset my black like this, and I would definitely lay this out first and kind of see what you like. But you can kind of see how I did that. Now I did use, let me stick this here, this Christmas Gleaming stamp set. And like I said, this is a returning favorite from last year. And I used this stamp and this one and this one. So we have really gotten our money's worth out of this. And then each of those ornaments can be punched with the coordinating punches so that they look like this. And I just stamped these in basic black. Now, if we would have had a regular workshop, I think we would have embossed these in black, because that would have really, really made them pop. But again, time. So I just use the basic black to stamp them. So this is where it gets creative. Let me move this out here a little bit. You're going to lay your elements down and really play with them. And you have 2 leaves right here that I've already cut for you. These are in the Mossy Meadow. And I also stamped the berries in cherry cobbler. And you can glue those. Let me see. They do fit. Ah, there we go. Glue those on top. There's 2 of those like this. There we go. So those will go like that. This piece right here that's already colored in, it's colored in with Mossy Meadow, and it's actually colored in with real red. The reason being is that when I used real red on the crumb cake, it is darker. If I use cherry cobbler, you'll note that it looks like this. So that's when I used real red. I think it looks better a little bit lighter than this really, really dark color. So I colored those in with Real Red, and this set right here will go on the inside for your insert like this. Let me get this down here. So that will be the inside of your card. Now, this piece here, I did leave for you to cut and potentially cut out the leaves if you want to add a little bit more decoration. I played with this a lot so that it felt like it was a little balanced. When I had just this saying here, something kept saying a little more. So like I say, you can play with this. You can center it any way you want it. There's a lot there to play with. You can also take, if you have some like natural twine, you could put little bows on those. I did stamp this little saying here, sorry, and I did use the Real Red around it also so that it wasn't too dark. And I just kind of set that like right there. So if you'll see, this element is popped up, the saying. This right here is popped up. This one and these two. So you completely get a dimensional look to it. So, and once you get these glued, like I say, just kind of twist them, play with them. Like I say, you might want to add some twine. If you're going to add any more elements to it, try and keep it like a natural look so that it kind of is in keeping with the overall look of the card to begin with. So I hope you enjoy that, and I will be back with card number 4. Bye-bye.